Hi, welcome to another series of podcasts with Bless Mary. And today we're talking about the power of your story as a sickle cell warrior. But before I dive into it, how are you doing? I hope that you are fine. How has 2026 been for you so far? So let's get right into it. The power of your story as a sickle cell warrior. One thing that is common with warriors is that we don't like to share our stories. Not because we want to hold things to ourselves, because the stigma in society is just so high, and we don't want to be involved with things that involve people dragging us up and down. But I want to tell you that your story is powerful. As a sickle cell warrior, your story is powerful. Everyone's story is powerful, but yours is different. Your story carries power because your pain is not just a waste. They have power. They carry so much value, and they carry so much inspiration. Can inspire other warriors. Most times, sharing your story brings healing to you because there are many things that we carry, and over time, we don't know that they either hurt our soul or we just carry them along and survive with it. But when you share the story, you see where you were hurt, you see where you didn't do well, and because you share them, you can learn from it. As someone else is learning from your story, you can also learn from your story. Your story is powerful. Your story is unique to you. Every person's story is unique to them. Not because you are sharing from a place of pain, but because it is actually very unique to you. No one is going through the same thing as you. Sickle cell is very different in every individual. It is unique to every warrior. Your pain as sickle cell warrior is different from mine. The way that sickle cell affects us is very different from each other. So this is why your story is very unique and very special. You should share your story to other warriors because it will help them. It will help them grow. It will inspire them. It will also show them that, okay, this thing, I can come out of it. This thing, I can even thrive with it. Imagine that you don't share your story, the thing that you've gone through, you kept it to yourself. Then there's another warrior that's coming up and needs that story to thrive. Someone needs your story to keep going. Someone needs your story to ensure that they don't give up. Honestly, most time we feel like, well, there's nothing special about my story. But I'm telling you that there's everything special about your story. There's everything special about your story. The way that you were able to come through one of your challenges, the way that you navigate life, very, very inspiring. Imagine that you just graduated and you just feel like it's not a big deal. Yes, it's actually not a big deal. There's a big deal for another warrior. There's a warrior that is scared that, okay, will I survive? Will I be able to go through life? And, I've never been fired from my parents, and this is me going to another country or going to another state. How will I cope with this? If you don't share your story, how would they know that you've survived? How would they know that you can actually navigate that kind of journey? So your story carries so much power. Your story carries a lot of uniqueness, and until you share them, no one will know. No one will know. And I believe that sharing your story is more than just sharing it. It's a testimony. It is hope to another warrior. It helps other warriors to thrive and even believe that they can navigate life. Sharing your story will also help to reduce stigma. Because now, you are the one going through this. You are the one living with sickle cell, rather. And if you don't tell the world how it really feels, people will keep on saying different things. Maybe some people believe that sickle cell warriors don't live beyond a certain age, and you are beyond that age. If you don't say it, how would they know? You'll just feel like, oh, we are correct. I said it. But sharing your story helps to change people's perspective about sickle cell. Sharing your story help people to believe that if you can do it, I can do it too. Dear warrior, your story is very unique. There's power in sharing your story, and you should take up the courage and share your story. Share your story. This year, I gave myself the word that I'll be confident because I saw a post of a lady. She was in a party, and they asked her what's the genotype, and without even blinking twice, she said SS. And I paused to say that, okay, do I have this level of confidence? I'm not saying that everybody is convenient with that, which is okay, but it kind of gave me another level of confidence that, okay, if someone can stand anywhere and say that I'm AA, why should I be shy of saying that I'm SS? Why? Like, why should I be? I understand that many people are shy because of the stigma, but who stigma help? Honestly, like, well, maybe it doesn't work for everyone, but you live with a kind of confidence that you will always not fidget to do anything because of your genotype. Sickle cell is just a part of your story, not your whole story. Your values, your talents, your gifts, your skills, they still matter. So sickle cell should not silence them. Sickle cell should not make you keep quiet. Because of sickle cell, I should now stop what I love to do. No. So this is why your story matters. Because it will not only teach other people, it will also inspire people. Your story will also inspire people. Your story gives hope to warriors and even their parents. Last year, we had an hospital outreach, where we went out with gifts to sickle cell warriors and we met their parents there. So we shared gifts and shared our story. And I got a feedback after the outreach where one woman said she was inspired because I shared my story. And she said someone advised her to, kill her child. But she's grateful that she did not do it. Okay, she attempted to do it, but the child did not die. So, because we came to share her story now, she felt bad and she was grateful that the child didn't die. So, imagine that we didn't go out to, share our story. Someone else will advise her again and she will try it. Maybe the child dies that time and that's it. So, your story inspires hope. It gives hope to other warriors, to other parents, to people that feel like, I cannot do life with a sickle cell warrior and all of that. But when you share your story, it just gives them that confidence that, okay, if this person is doing fine, I can do fine. You don't have to start big. That's one thing that I keep saying over and over again. You don't have to start by staying on top of the roof and shout. No. Start in a very little way. Educating someone, just telling the person, no, that's not what sickle cell is about. No, this is not how sickle cell is. This and that. Educate people around you. That's how your story, you share. You don't have to sometimes you don't have to mention your name. Sometimes you don't have to do it with, how do I call it now, with that great publicity or that, just shouting around. No, you can be subtle about it, but sharing your story is very powerful. You can use it as an example, not mentioning your name, but you're still sharing your story. You don't have to start with that your full shares that, okay, this is my life story. No, if you're not confident to do that, start subtly. Just, put it in a conversation that this is what happened some times ago and this is the outcome. People are not yet educated enough about sickle cell. People don't have the full knowledge about sickle cell. I tell you, there are many people that are educated that don't know about sickle cell. When I was in my hostel, the people that I lived with, one of them told me that I'm the first person that she knows that has sickle cell. So she doesn't know anything about it. She said she only read it in storybooks. So imagine that kind of person. I'm not saying she's bad. Of course, she does not know about it. But if you don't educate them, they will treat people based on the myths and the misconceptions that they have about sickle cell. Until you share your story, until you tell people what you know, what you've experienced, the stigma will continue. People will continue to stigmatize warriors because that is what they know. So your story is powerful. Your story has the ability to change the narrative. If you want to see a change in anything, your story is part of that change. As a sickle cell warrior, if you want to see a change, even in the health sector, you have to share your story. You have to let them know that this is it. It's not that. This is it. Tell them that, you think that, okay, this is it. Maybe some people have given you the wrong motive or the wrong mindset about it, but this is not what is happening here. This is what is happening here. The story inspires purpose. If you are doing fine, let people know that even with sickle cell, you can thrive. even with sickle cell, you can live beyond sickle cell. That's why you are sharing your story. It's not to boast, it's not to brag, it's not to tell people that okay, no, we are not trying to show off here. We are only trying to let people know that okay, it's not what you think. Actually, it's not what you think. So your story is powerful. Your story is powerful. Your pain has a voice, and your story is so powerful. You don't know you are encouraged. You don't know the life that you are saving. Maybe not one, maybe hundreds of them. Life is even very easy now. You don't have to. Sometimes you don't even have to meet people in person. You can do it through writings, through videos, contents, and sometimes you don't even have to show your face. The goal is that you share your story, inspire others, motivate others, and ensure that we change the narrative. Your story breaks silence. The silence that is all over, that makes people think that they can act the way that they think is right. Now, your story will break that silence and tell them, no, this is not it. This is not it. There are many caregivers that don't know how to navigate taking care of their warriors. But when you share your story, you teach them. You give them tips about how to navigate, taking care of a sickle cell warrior and all of that. Your story also inspires purpose. It builds community. Every warrior needs a community. So when a warrior sees that you are thriving, person comes, ask questions, and before you know it, one or two people, you are receiving advice and also giving advice. There's a beautiful part of sickle cell that no one sees except you. Honestly, I know that most of us feel like sickle cell is a curse or is this or that. Well, maybe or maybe not, depends on what you believe. But I want to tell you that there's a beautiful part of sickle cell. You will not be where you are if you don't have sickle cell. Good or bad. There's always a beauty in everything. That is how I see life. And I think that we should all see life that way. Because if you don't see beauty in the ashes, honestly, you will be stuck. And you don't want to do that. There's a beauty in sickle cell for you. There are people that you've met because you have sickle cell. There are opportunities that you have access to because you have sickle cell. Of course, I know that there are bad parts, There are parts that are not so pleasing, but there's a beautiful part in sickle cell. I watched a video and the lady was saying that she used to eat having sickle cell. Everybody does. I don't think there's a warrior that I feel like I'm always happy because I have sickle cell. Well, there's sometimes that you just sit down and feel like, oh my God, do I even deserve to be here? Do I want to do this? But there's a beautiful part in it. There's a way that you see life now that is different from how people see life. See, whether you have sickle cell or not, life is fickle. So the fact that you're already on this side, stop eating. Stop eating yourself, your parents, people that hurt you, and all of that. Drop it and start seeing the beautiful part of your life and share the story. Dear sickle cell warrior, your story is powerful. Your story is beautiful. Share it. You don't have to sit in front of a camera like me. You just have to start with yourself. If you hate yourself, if you hate your environment, if you hate that you are, like your life, you will not be able to maximize what you have. The gifts, the talents, what don't tell your children. You just be full of bitterness. And you see life, you need joy to keep moving. You need joy to keep pushing, honestly. Imagine I could have come here now after a crisis, even though that's not what happened. But no one will know. Of course, maybe you can guess, but really, that's not what happened. I'm just using as an example. You need joy to push. Just keep pushing your life. That okay, this life, I'm here already, and I just have to live it to the fullest. I'm not saying that you should not wish for something good. Honestly, anything that you want is available for you. Is available. You just have to look at the right places. But this one that you have, this life that you have, live it to the fullest. Share your story. Let people learn from what you've gone through, what you are going through, and the beautiful things that are ahead of you. Learn to share the story. Learn to share it. Make your life a testimony. Let it be a testimonial to others that this thing is possible. So dear sickle cell warrior, I hope that you share your story with other people. Tell them about the things that you are able to do, the things that you believe that every warrior should have access to, the things that you believe that are possible, even with sickle cell. Your story is powerful. There's someone that needs your story. That's the most important thing. Someone out there needs your story. There's someone that just needs to hear you and their life will transform. You don't want to hold that story. You don't want to hold that information and hold it that, oh, what will people think? Well, people will always talk. So share your story. Share your story. Till I see you next time. Bye.